Hi, let's look at some reading questions today so you can get your best possible IELTS score. We're going to look at three types of questions. The first one is completing sentences with a short answer. The second one is completing sentences by choosing the correct ending. And the last question type is true, false, not given. So for the first one, completing sentences, the instruction says choose no more than 3 words from the passage for each answer. It's very important that you know good strategies for the exam. The first one, everything must match from the statement to the passage. Also, use your grammar to help you. For example, after the words the reign of, this must be followed by a ruler's name. So you only look for the name of a ruler. And please don't forget the article the, a, an, and maybe some other words like some or any in the 3 words. Your maximum is 3 words. Let's have a look at some questions now. The first one, the East India Company was established to compete with the something. Could be another company, or it could be a noun for a people group. So this is what you have to do in the exam. You have to guess, make a good, informed and educated guess for the answer. Number 28, Britain imported something or traded them for spices. It must be a noun and it must be a good, like a food or a fabric that can be imported or exported. Number 29, the company tried to protect itself by gaining favour with, gain favour with. This means to become popular with, to have respect from. So it must be a person or a country or another company. Let's just have a look at these 3 questions to begin with. Remember number 27? The East India Company was established to compete with the, and 28, Britain imported something. Have a read of this and take note of the language in red. Try to do it quickly. Remember the word compete, and it must follow by a company name or a people name. And here it says the Portuguese. So that is the answer to question 1. As for question 2, I think it was question 28, Britain imported something or traded, swapped, exchanged. Let's have a look. The East India Company went to Western India. It found a rich source of exotic textiles, and have a look. These exotic textiles were exchanged for spices. That is the answer to 28. And 29, remember, gain favour with. Gain favour with means get respect from. Now you might have a problem with the vocabulary here, that this word here, ingratiated, is a difficult word. But it means to get respect from, to have favour with someone. And why did it do this? To protect the company's interests. Let's go back and have a look. Sorry, I'm probably making you dizzy here. Number 29. The company tried to protect itself by gaining favour with. The answer is Charles II. Now, number 30. The answer is also Charles II. Tea started to become popular during the reign of. Let's go and have a look again. Tea gradually became a fashionable drink, became popular. Everything matches in the statement and in the text. When did it become fashionable or popular? When this lady married Charles II. So it was during the reign of Charles II. I hope you're okay there. We've got a couple more of these questions to go. Let me remind you of them. 31. Tea became cheaper because of changes in taxation made by. Must be a person. And number 32, tea was shipped directly to America to help. I've written a note here. Think about the grammar. After help, it must be followed by a person or a people noun or a verb. So just remember that for number 32. And number 33, the people in the Boston Tea Party were disguised as. Number 33 is always easy in the exam because the Boston Tea Party is very easy to find in the text. Here we go. Let's have a look. Okay, remember there was a person who changed the tax. And here we go, he slashed, which means cut greatly or reduced greatly. And who is he? He is William Pitt. Or you can write Pitt the Younger. The next one, remember, was after the word help. After the word help. The company asked permission from the British government to help do what? It asked the British government for permission to export directly to America. Why? To increase profits or to offload the surplus, which means to offload or get rid of any extra tea. And the final one, you remember, I said was very easy. You look for the words the Boston Tea Party, and it said how were they dressed? They were dressed as Native Americans. And here are the answers. Tea became cheaper because of changes in taxation made by either William Pitt or Pitt the Younger. And number 32, tea was shipped directly to America to help increase profits or offload the surplus. Remember, it's only 3 words, so you cannot write offload the surplus tea. And the last one, the answer was easier, Native Americans. Let's keep going. Don't forget your capital letters. The next question is, complete each sentence with the correct endings. Again, use your grammar knowledge to help you. And also take note of linking words like when and as. Try to recognize these connections in the text. Here are questions 34 to 37. I'll let you read it carefully. And now let's deal with them one by one. As the popularity of tea grew, people began to smuggle tea into Britain. Tea drinking really took hold as an activity for the whole population, and then enormous amount of tea was smuggled in. Number 35. Ships were not allowed to leave American ports when the tea tax was not paid. Here, they would not allow the ships to leave port. Why? Because the duty was not paid. Duty equals tax. The answer is B. Number 36. Profits increased for the East India Company. So here is increased profits. That matches. And then you can see permission was granted not only to go to America but also to put a large tax on the tea. So the answer is A. And the last one like this, many Americans felt that, the answer is D, taxes were illegal. The Americans were outraged, which means angry, disgusted, because they considered, they thought, they felt that these taxes were illegal. So everything matches. Let's look at the true-false. Don't forget, IELTS is not trying to trick you. If the answer is true, everything will match. If the answer is false, there is something that is opposite to the text. Have a look at these. And please note, the red words will help you find the answer and help you discover the answer, but the green words are what I call distinguishing words, and they will help you separate if it is true, false or not given. Number 38. The British East India Company was an essential part of the developing tea trade in Britain. Here you can see the word crucial, the history of the tea trade, and British tea trade. Everything matches 38. The answer is true. Number 39 is quite easy. More than one company was established. Later, East India companies set up in the Netherlands, Denmark and France. The answer is clearly true. There were more than one East India companies. And number 40 is difficult to explain in this type of video because I can't show you the whole text. The East India Company always imported its tea into Britain from Java. You can find Java, you can find tea, but is it always? We don't know. The answer is not given. And here is how the answers would look on your paper. I thank you for watching, and I look forward to helping you again soon.